Hello people, I'm back with a recording today. A recording that I'm not finding easy to discuss. Something that I've been thinking about for quite a few months now really, but I haven't had the guts really to discuss it openly. I'm talking about love and, more importantly, your heart. The person I am trying to talk about is God. Now, I have, like other people, picked up most of my information pertaining to the awakening from the internet, from YouTube. I've always had a problem, but I've always ignored it until today, really, where it's really surfaced for me. And it's about your heart, and it's about what God is doing. God is asking for your heart. What he's saying is that if you don't give him your heart, that means that you do not love him to the fullest capacity of yourself. Why should you give your heart away for love? Love is love. If you love somebody, you love somebody. You don't give that person all your heart, do you? I've noticed on YouTube that there's many gods. Well, in fact, let me start with this one. There is Yahweh, which is the main god, the first god, and then the other god then turns into the Elohim, and then from Elohim created a family, their families, and then offsprings were also called gods. So does that mean that there is a lot of gods? Now, I've gone back on YouTube and I've looked at some of these presentations. There is a God of Bible life, harmony, God of love, unending, God's light guides, chosen by God, God's chosen ones, God's warning, God's chosen ones, the secret light, God of new beginnings, God of changes, God of words, God of prophecy, God's message today, God's mercy, heaven, God's miracles today, God's message now for you today. How many gods are there? For me, it's confusing. If you look back, if you do your own research, when they talk about love, they all talk about something different in terms of love. Does that mean the earth that we live on, sorry, there's insects everywhere, there's all different forms of love? That means if there's all different forms of love, does that mean that everybody's interpretation of love is different, which it is? Does that then lead to confusion? I think so. I think so. Why? I'm going to repeat myself. If I love somebody, I love somebody with all my heart. The bits of heart that I want to give away. It doesn't mean that if somebody demands my heart, I give it away. My heart goes where I want it to go. If you give your heart away, does that mean that you're subjecting yourself to manipulation? Because if you give your heart away, that means you've got nothing else to give. I've also done a bit of a recce. God continually asks for your heart. He goes on to say that I have your loyalty. Our unbreakable bond. I hear your prayer. You have surrendered your life into my hands. I own you. Your life is mine. Your fear and doubt I have cleansed with my bondless grace. Your past mistakes and burdens have been washed away, erased like a footprint in the sand. I've listened to some of these recordings. For me, it's manipulation. Does that mean that Yahweh is the only God? The real God? I am saddened. I am saddened that hundreds and hundreds of people are giving their hearts away. And please, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. God has saved me. Since I've been going through this awakening, I have had so many experiences. So many experiences in terms of witchcraft. And if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here today. And I've made that statement so many times. But what I have an issue with is people giving their hearts away. I don't understand. I don't understand what God wants with so many hearts. I am very concerned in terms of the little bits of information that I've got here and what I've heard today. It's beyond me. It's beyond me. And I feel really quite terrible also because, God is being worshipped all over the world, and here's me, talking about my heart and why should I give my heart away? And why should I give my heart away? Why should people give their hearts away? Love is love. Love, an intense feeling of deep affection. A great interest and pleasure in something. Feel deep affection for someone. Like or enjoy very much. Attraction based on sexual desire. Unconditional love. Loving someone without any strings attached or expectations of return. It is about accepting and supporting someone for who they are, regardless. Two definitions there. I prefer the second definition. of unconditional love. But what I see, or what I hear, is all different definitions of love in terms of these recordings that I've seen, that I've heard. My main concern is why people have to give their heart away. For me, that's not good. That's not good. I love my children. And I'll do anything for my children. But I wouldn't give my heart away. And I wouldn't expect them to give their heart to me either. Yes, love is a feeling. And where's the definition come from that love actually comes from your heart? I really don't understand that either. When I love someone, it's a commitment. It's not giving my heart away. And I know people fall out, but that's probably down to the definitions. There are many definitions that, that there are present around in terms of what love is. And here is how many gods? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 that I counted this morning. So that there's 15 definitions of love as it is there, which is why probably there's so many divorces in the world. You don't have to give your heart away. And I would suggest that you don't give your heart away. Love. So confusing. The definition of love is so confusing. Love is not about dictatorship. Love is not about ownership. Love is not about, you do as I say. I own you. Love should be about being free. Love is about trust. Even trust is a lot to ask for these days in terms of relationships, which is probably why there's more than 15 definitions of love, of what love is. Don't give your heart away, people. Please don't give your heart away. What are you giving your heart away for? Just think it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Do your own research. Have a look at what's being presented. And don't get me wrong, I'm not an atheist or anything like that. I've got a passion about, about God, about Jesus. But it doesn't say I have to give my heart away. That's all I have to say today. Really, that's all I have to say. But think about that. Think about that. Really think about it. Giving your heart away. I had because I've been thinking about this for a while. I spoke to two people, and I know it's only two people, so there's two comments really, but I spoke to them about giving their heart away, and both of them said that yes, you need to give your heart away to to God. But I said, why? Why do you have to give your heart away? And both these people could not give me a good enough reason as to why you give your heart away. I gave my definition of why I shouldn't give my heart away, but I didn't get a good enough reason why people do give their heart away. Which, again, I know it's only two people, but that, 2 out of 2 are people who couldn't explain to me why they give their heart away. For me, that's very concerning. Very concerning. So, you think about that yourself. Think about that yourself. As to why you have to give your heart away. Yes, I know. No. There's all these different things on the internet about God. God's warning. Only 10 minutes remaining. For example. That's creating fear. That is fear. What else have I got here? You need to listen. I am in your bedroom. Just do it now. These are headings. No. I do believe in God, but I don't believe in scaremongering. I don't believe in scaremongering. And I'm like anybody else as well, actually. In terms of awakening, I get most of my information from the internet. I use my discernment, but on some of these recordings I've heard the person called God saying that you're listening to the wrong person. You should recognise my voice by now. Do you know, in terms of the awakening, in terms of what I'm talking about here, no wonder so many people end up with mental health issues. No wonder. Because they're listening to stuff like this. Please, people, wake up. Wake up. I've made a statement that I am chosen by God and that I am divinely guided, and I really believe that. I really believe that. Time will tell. Time will tell. But please, don't listen to things like, I need your heart, and give your heart away. I've talked about energetic energy in my videos, or videos now too, because my some of them was removed from YouTube, and I have no reason as to why that had happened. But energetic energy is real. There is a lot going on today about energetic energy. It sounds simple, but it's really quite serious. Energetic energy is the voice in our heads that we talk to each other, the voice in our head that we talk to ourselves. Like, I've got to go down to the shop and buy this, or you just talk to yourself normally. That's energetic energy. But people, entities can actually tap into your energetic energy, which is why witchcraft is so real, and it is real. But I'm going to come back to the main point. Please, Do not give your heart away. It's pointless. There's no need. There's no need. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. My name is Ian. Take care. I'll be back with another recording soon. Bye-bye.